into it. We're going to talk about the 7 signs that she likes you. I apologize for going into it. So one thing that I saw that I think is very, very important. I know the social media world is different. And I know that we live in a different world. So I was looking at some of the things I saw on the internet. I wanted to say, so if we're talking about online, right? If we're on the online space, if a woman likes you, all right, there's going to be social media engagement. Okay, meaning she gonna like some videos. She gonna like some pictures. She gonna like some stories. She might not do it a lot, depending on how aggressive she is. If she's a me, Sam, I probably initial stages, I'm gonna be on your social media like that. But because, I try not to be on people's social media like that, just because I don't want to get limerent and start creating ideas that aren't real. So I like distance myself from people's pages. I try to keep it very classy, if you will. I don't try to be on there all the time. Unless you my man, then I'm on. Like, we here. What's up? But anyway, so you're gonna see social media engagement. Okay, so that means there's gonna be some liking back of the photos. There's going to be some going to your stories, liking your stuff, things like that. Okay, so we have to look for that social that engagement. Depending on how old the woman is how direct she'll be. Okay, if I'm in my 30s, y'all, in September, in October 27th, I'm turning 35. All right, I'm hitting my mid 30s. I'm hitting my stride. I'll be 35, looking 27, but I'm turning 35. Body looking 27 too. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm playing. But I will be 35. And so my thing is, I'm going to be a lot more direct. I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't know. Like, if someone is flirting with me, I'm gonna flirt back if I want to. If I am not flirting back with you, I'm not flirting. I'm not there. And I'll call a man handsome. No, listen, I'm not a Libra. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. October 27th is Scorpio. I do not follow the line. I do not know. I know what about me, but I don't follow that. That's not how I categorize myself. But I'm the 27th. But I'm October 27th. And so anyway, you're gonna see engagement and with somebody who's older, they're probably gonna be more forward. They're not gonna be mincing words. They're not gonna be saying like, oh no, no. We're gonna be open, right? We're gonna be open. I think that when you're talking about younger women play more games. That's what you have to understand, men. Younger women are going to play more games. So they're going to play this whole, I can tell when a man talks to younger women because they're going to play this whole Instagram game all day long. They're going to like photos back, like a story, watch a story. And that is their engagement. That is how they know that this person is interested in them. Where I'm at in my life, I'm only going to do that for so long. I'm only going to do, I think it's because a lot of younger men think that I'm younger. Because, yes, your girl looking 27. Actually, y'all, side note, I know, okay, so there is an app where you can test your photos to check your number. Don't know why I'm doing this. Don't know why I did this. But I was on a thing and I was like, how do you know what? Because it was a conversation. Okay, just go with me. And there's an AI generated thing that rates you based upon your photo. Like you upload your photo and it tells you what age you look like. It also tells you what your rating is. like based upon your photo. Now, depending on the photo, your rating is going to change, which makes sense because you may not look like a 10 every single day. You might look like a 7 some days, right? But you put in these photos and they tell you what you look like based upon your photos. All right. So every time I did my photos, y'all, I already knew because I'd be going to, y'all know. Y'all know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just playing, y'all. But for real, I go to college campuses. I tour college campuses. So every year with my company and that I work for, because for people who don't know, I work a full-time job as well. I work a full-time job. I'm a lead clinician for a nonprofit. That's my full-time. So we go to these schools and we are around like high schoolers. We're around, we go to colleges, we tour with these high schoolers, and they always think I'm a college student. But either way, they have this attractiveness. So tribal, yes. There's liking stories and pics is a real thing. I thought it was hypothetical. No, if we're talking about social media flirting, the liking of the photos. So a man, hear me out, men. If you're liking a girl's photos and you like 80 of her photos and she don't like any of your photos, that is a sign that she don't like you. Now, if you like 2 or 3 of her photos, depending on the man, he might like 1 or 2, right? There's some men, they're like, I can't be liking all her photos. A blog gonna pick it up. So I'm gonna like one of these old ones back here that's not popping right now so that she knows that she gonna see it because I am who I am. Let's not play games. She gonna see that I like the photo. However, I'm not gonna be up on the new ones. Okay, so that's what some men do. A lot of men that feel like they can't be out here just liking photos for the masses, right? Now, some men, they're like, listen, I don't care who knows it. I'm gonna like every single photo you have. Okay, so, and that's a different kind of thing. What you have to be looking for is reciprocation. Now, there are men that are watching me, and this is even in real life. So this is in person. There are men that watch me and they'll write me and they have this whole like we're supposed to be together or we are together or I like them. I don't know y'all. I'm just being honest. And it's not even like it's personal. I literally don't know you. I don't follow you back. I don't like your photos. I don't have any interaction with you. It's literally not personal because I don't know you. But some men are very much convinced that we are together. We're in relationships. We're married. We're supposed to be married. I'm their wife. I'm this. And y'all, when it comes to wife and all that other stuff, I feel like there's a level of somebody needs to feel that too, right? There needs to be a confirmation in spirit. Okay. Have I had people come to me and say, hey, I'm drawn to you. And there are people that I'm drawn back. I'm like, I'm drawn to you too. That doesn't happen often, but it's happened in my life. Again, there's got to be a mutual drawn. Like it can't be I'm drawn to you and you're not drawn to me. It's got to be a mutual pull to make it like a spiritual, like there's something to it. There's like a spiritual connection here. When I think of just different people on the internet space, we just have to be mindful of the reciprocation. In person, women are going to create eye contact. If I'm attracted to you, I'm going to make eye contact with you. I might not do a lot of eye contact. I might not be staring you down, but I might look over there a couple times. Like, mind you, that's if you see me out. If you see me out at Kroger, I'm probably not looking at nobody. If you see me out Publix, I'm probably not looking at nobody. If you see me at church, I might look at some people, you know what I'm saying? But, depends on where you see me. But if you giving me prolonged eye contact and I reciprocate and I look back at you, I'm like, oh, okay, who is that? Who is this man? That then you gonna see now. If I look at you and I don't look back, that means that might not be the person. We've got to be mindful of reading the room. We got to be mindful of reading the room. If you look at a woman, let's say we gonna take water glass. I'm looking at water glass. That's you looking at water glass. Oh, okay, that's a fine water glass. Water glass don't look at you, and water glass keep walking. She's like, that to me, if I'm you, I'm not, that's like, okay, I'm not gonna approach. I'm gonna leave that alone. Now, if you look at water glass looks at you, and then she looks again, that's a sign that you might need to approach the water glass. We need the second look to really define, okay, if she looking a couple times, her body language is telling me she interested. Because if I'm really trying not to look at you, or I'm not really interested in you, I'm not gonna look at you twice. I'm gonna look at you one time, I'll keep it moving. Right? But if I'm interested, I'm gonna look back. Oh, like, who's that? Oh, look at that man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to keep in mind, family. And you just have to be mindful of that. All right. So the double look, we have to keep that in mind. Another thing, you guys, if you're on the eye contact's a big thing. So I agree with that. Mirrors your activities. Guys, this is a date thing, right? Let's say you go out on a date and I can tell somebody likes me. Y'all, pay attention to this. I can tell them by how they mirror at activities. And now this is not a man only thing. This is like friends. This is how people feel, right? So when you have when you're on a date and somebody, or not even just a date, but we'll just take the dating aspect. When a person is mirroring your behavior, like if you I usually be testing it because I know it now. I lean forward. If they lean forward, they like me. If I lean back, I'm play around with this. I be leaning forward. I be leaning back. If somebody mirrors you and they're mirroring your body language, they like you. I even do it on FaceTime. But that's a sign. Mirroring somebody's activities is a sign of like you like them. And it doesn't have to be romantic like. It can just be like I genuinely like you. Like I might have friends and they'll like I'm mirroring their activities. And I catch myself. I'm like, oh, I get yourself together. You ain't coming into nobody. But no, like when you're on a date, you can totally, you can tell when someone likes you just by them mirroring your activities. Okay? Like if you put your hand up like this, they'll put their hands up like this. Or if you sit back, they're going to sit back. People start saying the things you say. Like my daughter said the other day, daggone. Daggone is a Sam staple. I say daggone all the time. So when she's like, or something, you could tell she with her mama a lot because that is something I say a lot. And she'll mirror my hand movements. She dances like me. It's because she's around me a lot, and it's just showing that you like somebody. You like them. You love them. Okay, so when you're on a date and somebody's mirroring your activities, it's a sign that they like you. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my family today.